Ladies and gentlemen, dames und herren, mesdames et messieurs, welcome to the Vincent Project. The noise you're hearing in the background is someone who is supposed to be muted, but they're not. So, oh, what a day, what a day, what a day. Welcome once again this lovely Sunday evening. Glad you're going to spend your evening with us. And let's just kick shit off right away. Let me introduce my guests for this evening. First one, you know him, you love him, Mr. Ordnance J. Packard. Ordy, how are you?
Hello, I'm here for the peoples.
All of the
I
peoples
all
and
of the peoples.
and the ships in the field.
And the ships in the field, the little bus. I was actually really stoked when you were going to do this topic. So yeah, I actually absolutely had to be here for this one.
Oh, absolutely, yes. And
Thank you for having me.
No. Thank you for attending, because it's not really the Vincent Charles Project unless Ordy is involved in some way, shape, or form. But
Sure.
let me introduce our next guest, someone new to the world of KLRN radio. I'd like to introduce Miss Raquel. Miss Raquel, how are you?
I am fantastic, Vince. How are you?
Absolutely tip top. Thank you for asking.
Excellent.
And we've got to show that
Hey,
one
Ordy.
because everybody's getting in the mood. The Pepples are
Present.
so glad to be here. Yes.
Hi.
Oh, the insanity. You gotta love it. So how was your weekend, everybody?
Start with Raquel.
Mine was low key and excellent. How was
Low
yours?
key, low key and excellent. Fair to middling. I mean,
Did I go or did you all go? I hear rustling.
Is that you or me?
Okay.
Okay.
Did we lose Vincent?
I'm
Um,
holding still.
yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
back. I'm sorry. We had a bit of a weather-related incident, but like I said, it's we're getting wind gusts of up to 50 miles an hour here. So if I drop off, and you guys still have, you guys are still able to talk to the Pipples, then yes, by all means do so.
That's
And
just a breezy day for those of us in the Southwest.
yes,
Do
but
that.
yes, but I am in the Acela corridor for my sins. But yeah.
Where everything is above ground and decaying Art Deco.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Beautiful foliage in the fall, though.
Yeah, I said that I was helping some friends move back to Boston years ago, and we were doing it in the fall. And I remember driving through eastern Ohio and through the Allegheny area. And I'm like, "You smug fucks have to use every crayon in the box, don't you?"
Yes, absolutely. This is the big 64 count box of Crayola, and every color will be used.
Mostly burnt sienna, though.
Oh, they don't make that color anymore.
Those bastards.
It was retired. And of course, they don't have Indian red and all the other, racially titled colors, which were actually quite beautiful. But
yeah, I mean,
they
you could
slap
just
stupid names
rename it.
on
You didn't have to change. You didn't have to
inferior
retire the whole
shades.
color.
It's madness.
Yeah.
It's all madness. I mean, Jesus, I was yesterday. I was farting around. I was watching. Oh, okay, that is a tip. We're going to put that up on the. They still make burnt umber. Thank Christ for that.
Yeah.
But I was watching. I was watching Zulu on Prime yesterday, and they have that disclaimer that pops up at the beginning of it. It's like, oh, this is a movie from a different time, and there were different attitudes, and so eat all of the dicks, please.
It's just, I'm just so happy about the sea change. I mean, those of us who never stopped saying gay and retarded, it's nice that you normies are coming back to us again. And I saw after we did Culture Shift last week, I saw a thing where Disney is removing their disclaimers from a lot of movies.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. It's like
Nice.
everybody realized, holy shit, we can't play this game anymore.
Well, it's about goddamn
Or,
time. But what frightens me is that once the opposition finds themselves in power again, the whole thing's going to start over and over and
yeah.
over. It's going to be an endless cycle of bullshit. But like I always say, I'm glad there are fewer years ahead of me than there are behind me.
I say that with my boss too when he calls it, how's your day going? So there's fewer miles ahead of me than there are behind me. He likes that.
And I bet he just gives you like this
Oh
vacant
no, no,
stare for
no, he
about
likes
10
it. He'll
seconds.
laugh because that means my day is almost over. No,
Oh,
he gets it.
okay. It's nice to have a boss who
Yeah,
gets it.
yeah, good time. But you had asked before we lost audio. My weekend is fucking great because I did study for this show and watch it again.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. Because I remember we were talking about it on X, I think a few months ago.
Yeah.
And we just got in like this giant quote thread. And I remember that it was on YouTube, so I dropped the link to everybody. But the version that they had on there wasn't too good, so I decided to go ahead and look to see if I could actually find it. So I looked on eBay, and there were people actually selling it. But the version I got, it wasn't like you expect like a normal video or like a DVD or anything like that. This one came from Australia. It had the Australian ratings on it, and it was rated
Okay.
for all DV. It was an all region disc, so I could play it in mine.
Hmm.
And the only thing I opened up and looked, there was like no playlist or no, photos or anything like that. It was just the disc said Zorro the Gay Blade, and I put it in there, and there's like no menu, just says play movie. So yeah, and I paid $18 for it, but
Sounds like a bootleg, and that's just fine.
I don't. I don't care because yeah, you can't find it anywhere anymore, and practically no one will show it. No, I don't even think I've seen it being offered on Amazon
I
for like a digital purchase or
You know,
anything.
I haven't I didn't look because I did watch the YouTube version, which we're going to talk about something I noticed in it too, about the YouTube version. But we always talk about how they couldn't make that movie anymore. This one they're actually retconning from history.
Oh
I
Jesus!
mean, it's just you don't see. I mean, that and like the Red Dawn remake, I can't find anywhere. Not that I want to, just out of morbid curiosity. Um, But yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't think it's on Amazon. It's not on Tubi, and Tubi has fucking everything.
Yes, Tubi. Uh, the commercials, sitting through commercials are worth it because Tubi, I think, has the most extensive film library out of any streaming service. Seriously, and it's amazing and it's awesome and I love it. Hello? Did you guys lose me again?
No, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
here.
I
Okay,
was giving
cool.
Raquel a chance to dive in.
Yeah, because she didn't tell us about her weekend.
Yeah,
Tell us about your weekend.
My weekend was low key. I replanted the pots, the plants in my house, and did some landscape and worked out and did yoga and went for a hike. You know, Raquel shit.
nice.
That's far too active for my sedentary ass. But more power to you that you do it because I'm
My
glad somebody's getting something out of it because
my brain
well,
does much better when I do.
okay, good. And
And I did my homework, by the way.
oh, you did.
Excellent.
Of
Okay, well,
course.
Orty, let's begin,
Yeah,
shall we?
hi. Let's do it. I'm here for it.
I am. Are
Okay.
we gonna talk? Are we gonna talk a lot about Mr. Hamilton? Because I'm here for that.
Well, please, by all means, kick things off. Let's
Well,
start
Yeah.
talking about him.
I really, really like the dual characters that he played. He did so good at that. It was so good. Loved it. Plus, his outfits. Legit.
He was dressed all in plum.
Sorry.
He was
That was the
dressed in
girl.
yellow like a big banana.
Yes.
Green like a grape? No, like an avocado. Two
Like an
fruits and a
avocado.
vegetable.
That whole scene.
Oh Jesus! The whole thing. I mean, you look at George Hamilton, and yes, he was a far greater performer than most people gave him credit for, and we'll give him because he hasn't died yet. He's really old, but yeah, he's still
Yeah.
tanned and awesome,
And tan.
and
He's
it's
wonderfully tan still.
he's like 85 years old. He's like his hair is like completely white, and he's just like sitting there smiling, and he's like best tan ever. But he's he's an important part of that film, but Ron Liebman definitely. Oh my god, he was the heart and soul of that movie. I think so anyway.
Ron,
Yes.
I
Oh
100% agree
Jesus.
with you.
Jeez. As much as you laugh at Zorro, you laugh twice as much as the dirty evil alcalde, which
The
is
captain. Who doesn't love the captain?
And you got to give him credit too for being able to have a very pronounced accent while screaming in almost every scene.
oh god, yes. Neck, neck, neck.
We walk and we run and we jump. We walk.
And we're walking and running into a bigger place.
And to Donovan Scott for playing Paco too.
Oh Jesus! Oh God! It's this entire show is just going to be my ribs hurting and my face continuously aching from smiling so fucking hard. But yeah, Donovan Scott definitely. I think the only weak link, I think, is Lauren Hutton.
Same.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she's good, but she's I don't know. It's hard for me to describe. It's like yeah,
She's
she
done
I
better.
actually think that she was kind of the it girl just shoved into it, because Lauren Hutton was hot at the time.
yeah she was
I
she
mean,
was
like
big back then.
hot. She was everywhere. Not like she's
Oh
always
yeah,
hot. Yeah, I think it's like okay, we got to have America's hottest actress in this.
So let's give her a little part.
Yeah, I mean, because she was really only in like 3 scenes, 4 scenes.
It was
I
limited.
mean, Brenda
for sure.
McCarroll was in it more than she was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God, because she was amazing, absolutely
She was
amazing.
great.
I agree. She played that role very well.
You know that little thing we do once a year? We're still 3 months away.
Oh Jesus, walking around looking all elegant. She's got that 3-pack a day voice. Oh man,
Right.
fucking awesome.
Hey, if you haven't figured out what we're talking about, it's Zorro the Gay Blade. Probably one of the best early 80s films. It just in the time of Hollywood farting out good comedy after good comedy. You look at it now and you're like going, really? But then you realize you got to put your head back and the entertainment we were digesting at the time. And this was peak entertainment. And still, like you and I talked about, Vincent, this was on HBO all the time when HBO launched. It was on like every day.
Yes, it
And
was on like 3 times a day, and I watched
yeah,
it those 3 times it was on because I was
right.
just
Yeah.
oh my God, it was like amazing. And
Because like
Alan
whenever a
Ray,
new channel came out, you just had to digest the fuck out of it. And HBO was like on all the time. Because it's like, oh, I don't have to go down to the video store. Here it is.
well, no, when it first came out, I remember because back in the days you had like the sliding channel cable box with the slider on it, and that's how you change channels.
Oh my
They didn't have remotes, but yeah, it's true. It's all true. But they called it home box. They didn't call it HBO. It's like, oh, you got home box? It's like, yeah, I got home box. Did you watch the fights on home box? Sure did. Now I'm going to watch a movie on home box. Yeah, that's wow. And
Were you
Raptor never
watching not
saw it.
necessarily the news?
Oh my god, everybody! Yeah, you had to watch that.
Yeah.
That was actually funny. An actual funny
It was
news
funny.
parody show. Who who would
Yeah.
have thought? Because they certainly don't have them these days.
No. I mean, you
And
had Rich Hall, you had Stuart Pangton. I mean, you're just good. Sniglets. Loved Sniglets.
oh Jesus, yes. Oh, okay, hang on. I gotta grab that one link. And somebody's giggling.
Sorry.
Don't giggle. Just friggin' start.
Freaking Sniglets. Y'all.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. Sorry.
What link are you
Okay.
looking for?
Can you drop the link, the YouTube link for the movie in the chat?
Yeah, I'll dig it up.
Yeah,
From
because
you.
Raptor never saw it, and for the benefit of everybody in the chat who hasn't seen it, you can at least grab the link and you can watch it tonight, so you know what the hell we're talking about. Because
Jesus Christ, Google! I proved I was a person 4 times this morning already.
okay, if everybody wants to know a secret, Gordy's really Nexus 6.
Okay, coming up with here we go. There are the link for the peoples.
You got it? Okay.
Okay, and Andrew has seen it. He's surprising already.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is surprising, because usually when we make any pop culture reference on any show on KLRN whatsoever, Andrew's there going, I haven't seen it. No idea what you're talking about.
See, that's the thing. When I asked Raquel to be on the show, she's like, "Okay, yeah, I'll be on the show." And let me drop that. And then, yeah, Lauren Hunt was more based than That's not
Oh,
a
yeah.
dispute. It's just the Charlotte Taylor Wilson thing just seemed a bit contrived to me. But I'm willing to be proven wrong. But like I was saying with Raquel, when I asked her to be on the show, she's like, "Yes." It's like, okay, what are we going to talk about? And I was debating on whether or not to talk about the various incarnations of Zorro. And there are a couple of films that are must-sees. There are a couple of films that you shouldn't even bother with. There's a television show from '57, which was really good. There's a television show from the '80s, which I barely remember because most of the '80s I was really fucking high and don't remember. But
Same.
apparently it was good. So if people want to recommend it, they're more than welcome to. But
there was the Antonio Banderas Zorro.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you're out on that one, right?
Yeah, you lost me. Both of them. Yeah, okay.
Which I think was him just reprising his role from El Mariachi and Desperado just this time in the map.
Yeah, exactly, except he had swords. But
yeah.
But yeah, I think the only performance that I got anything from was Stuart Wilson playing the bad guy.
Okay.
Stuart Wilson plays an amazing fucking bad guy, and that's all there is to it. But I was sitting there in the morning. I was thinking about it. It's like, well, not a lot of people. Zorro TV guy was on lessons, but yes, Guy Williams, good catch. The oh Christ, now where was I? Blah 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 blah. Yeah, the not a lot of people have seen all these films. For like me, for instance, the best Zorro film is the one with Alain Delon, the French actor, from 1971, and it's on.
Okay, yeah.
And the beginning song, I Set You That. Did you listen to that song? Oh my God, the most horrid, absolutely horrid opening theme to anything. And it's like cheap flamenco guitars and guys with bad accents singing "Here's to Being Free," and it's funny as hell, and I'm going to use it for my ringtone. But the movie itself is amazing because Stanley Baker, from Guns of Navarone and Zulu. He played, um, the lead officer, the engineer. He plays the bad guy in it, and this was like his last film because he was like dying of cancer as they were filming this. And yeah, for a guy who's dying of cancer, he was exceptionally nimble because he did all his own work, all his own fencing, and
Mm.
holy shit! So yeah, if you get a chance, it's on Tubi and it's on Prime, but I think it's on Shout TV Prime option. But you should have that anyway because they've got nothing but MST3K and Carol Burnett and a lot of good other shows. So yeah, and it's $3 a month. So just get it.
See, okay. Going back, casting back to that too. One of the things I liked about Zorro the Gay Blade, I mean, it at the beginning of it, the very beginning of it, they dedicate the film to Ruben Mamelin,
Oh yes.
who did a lot of those movies. I mean, he did the original Zorro. He did. I mean, he was basically known for a playwright, but he did a lot of those fantastic swashbuckle movies from the 50s and 60s.
Oh,
Such as, Ordy, can you? I don't know that far back.
okay. Well,
Help
basically,
me out here.
all you have to do is find any Zorro movie or pirate movie, and the odds are better than fair that he was in it.
Really?
Yeah,
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 Okay.
I mean, this guy had like steady work. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
back in the day, it's oh he can hold a sword. Okay, give him a job.
Right. See, and a lot of his movies, it was like Blood and Sand was about bullfighting. It was, one of the first ones in Technicolor too, and this was, in the early 40s. Um, he did a lot of work with Metro Goldwyn Mayer, and it's even rumored that he was supposed to do Cleopatra. He was supposed to direct Cleopatra, and he got into a fight with Samuel Goldwyn and was fired.
Oh, look at you.
Okay, never heard that one.
Yeah. So there you
Hmm.
have the
For that.
63 one too.
And
The one that everybody knows when they think of Cleopatra.
yeah,
Yeah. So,
Oh dear.
but
was
yeah, so
was
give it this movie giving the nod to those who came before as they're going into a satirical romp on the topic is it was great, you know.
and it's like I think you knew what you were in for when in the opening scene and he's in Spain and he's seducing that guy's wife.
Yeah.
And then the guy comes in, and then he's like, "But they brought my 5 brothers." And then once that happened, yeah, okay, hand me the popcorn. I'm in.
Yeah.
You're
I could beat 4 men. Well, I brought my 5 brothers. Oh, my arrogance and my big mouth. Jumps out the window.
To Los Angeles and step on it.
One of the bits I liked, it's definitely something it was for if you knew California well, when they were when all of the landowners were being introduced.
Oh god, San
And
Luis is so peaceful.
yeah, but San Luis Obispo was from Bakersfield. So it's like they're giving their name, which kind of rhymes with, and all the cities, were named after saints. I mean, basically every city in California at the time was named after saints, or every township. And so it's you got from San Diego, from Los Angeles, all up and down the coast, and then the guy who you think his name is going to rhyme with San Luis Obispo, from Bakersfield. So, okay, so we got a little bit of Mel Brooks thrown into that scene. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. But oh Jesus. One
Which
sec.
frankly, that's what this film reminds me of so much of is Mel Brooks campy type of a film.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is like I there's a kind of Mel Brooks vibe, but there's more of a Zucker Brothers vibe to it, I think. With this and
Yeah.
with his that Dracula parody that they did, and which I've only seen twice. and that was a long, long time ago. What was it? Love at First Bite, I think.
Yeah, Love at First Bite
Yeah, I need to.
with
I
a
need to watch that one.
with a young Susan St. James with terrible fucking hair.
Oh
Even for the
Jesus!
80s, it's like, god damn. Looked like she looked like the HR chick from Dilbert.
Oh my God! No.
I said it.
And you're right. Oh Jesus. Uh. Oh. Now you're making me forget what the hell I was going to talk about. Uh.
Oh, we're talking about Zora the Gay Blade.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Thank you. Um.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to talk about everybody. Everybody. Well, with the exception of Lauren Hutton, who did a serviceable job, a very
Uh-huh.
serviceable job, but everybody in this film was firing on all eight cylinders.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, you've got like top flight British actors in here. I mean, the guy who got cheated on in the beginning of the movie, Clive Revel. I mean,
Right.
he did Shakespeare on stage. He did a whole bunch of classic horror films and stuff like that. And he was a very, very good actor. And he was only in this
Garcia?
for like,
Is
and he
that
was only in this
Garcia?
for like, yeah, like
Oh,
two,
thank you. Okay, I did not know that.
and he was only in it for like 2 minutes,
Yeah.
if that. And James Booth, who played Velasquez, he played Private Hook in Zulu.
Oh,
He played
That's right.
the
Yeah.
he played the main the flunky to the main bad guy in Brannigan when John Wayne goes to London. And yeah, it's a horrible movie, but it's still one of my favorites. I fucking love that movie. I'm sorry.
I love all the
Knock
horrible.
knock.
Yeah.
Oh
Clive Revel. Yeah. And again, I mentioned her earlier, Brenda Vaccaro, who's probably one of the great comedians of the 70s, especially female comedy supporting or leads in her own right when just she was, like we talked about, much better than Lauren Hutton in this. I mean, granted they gave her more to work with, but you know,
yes, yes, we know.
This scene, I love the scene with her where Esteban is in with Don Diego, and she had climbed up, right, into Don Diego's room, and she had to hide, and she hides in the
Oh, she hid in the coffin where all the
yes,
yeah,
yes.
right. That scene cracks me up. That whole scene cracks me up, and it's so funny. She's just sitting in there, she's just sitting in there, right? And yeah, here's Don Diego as well, excuse me, Esteban stabbing her in the heart, basically, right, in this coffin. Oh my gosh. And nothing. He hit the look on his face. Hilarious. Oh my
And
god.
then she's like, "Thank goodness for small favors."
right.
Exactly.
Having her chest.
Exactly. She did not have to have a nice big rack to perform in that.
No.
It's so
Oh, geez, it's just yeah.
so
All of the humor is formulaic. It's cliched. It's
so
horribly racist, but it's funny. It's
Homophobic as
actually
fuck.
it's just it's just a fun movie. It
Yeah.
is. And there's so little of that these days. I mean, gee, I can't name off the top of my head one comedy that's come out in like the past 5 years. Seriously, I can't.
I couldn't either. And
And
it's one of those things is that the racism and the homophobia is so over the top that it takes the piss out of it, you
yeah,
know? Yeah.
They could
And
never make that today
no, they couldn't.
No.
at all.
And
And
with
like I
that
said, they're trying to retcon it. Try finding it anywhere. I mean, Vincent had to go on eBay and get a bootleg copy from Australia.
yeah, and not that I would ever suggest ripping anything from YouTube, but there are programs that are available via PC and some that are available on your telephone that supposedly now allow you to copy videos from YouTube. But I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I wouldn't know anything about that at all. But regarding the she read in the trivia in the movie Joker, Bruce Wayne and his parents were coming out of a movie theater playing Zorro the Gay Blade, and then his parents get murdered. Okay. Well, not having seen Joker, I don't. Would it be suitable for me to watch like the first 5 minutes of this movie and then turn it off? Because I'm not the biggest Joaquin Phoenix
Now I'm gonna
fan.
have to look into that.
Okay, but speaking of Bruce Wayne and Batman, Bob Kane based Batman on Zorro.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a definite tie-in, and I suppose
Yeah.
that might be true. I don't know.
There's your circle of life right there.
Hey. Oh God, we can't drop videos in the chat in here, can we?
No, we would have to have Jeff producing, and he's got his rig set up for that. But
Jeez. Need to
yeah.
drop that Lion King thing that that Janelle was. Shout out to Janelle, she's listening.
Oh, nice. Hi, Janelle.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Okay, Al. Okay, I'm going to turn this into a Jux episode for a second. So this is what I was talking about. Something I noticed in the YouTube version that I distinctly remember from watching this movie as a kid that wasn't in it was the people's. Zorro was about to be captured. Bunny Wigglesworth was about to be captured, and the people's all dressed up in his other flamboyant clothing and ran around. Not the scene at the ball where they all dressed up like Zorro saying, "Here I am," but I distinctly remember a scene where they were all wearing the different, very flamboyant Zorro costumes. You guys remember that, or is that just me?
Okay, here's the thing. I have talk amongst yourselves, and
Not
I'm going to go ahead and look because I have it in my DVD player right now,
Okay,
and I'm going to go
so
find that part while we talk.
okay, yes, because I distinctly remember that scene from because when there was a scene I was expecting. I think it's at the firing squad scene when just Bunny shows up. But I remember there being a whole bunch of the peoples dressed up as Zorro in that scene too. So it'd be at the end of the film. But anyway, so if true, either my
Yeah,
version
there was
on that I watched it was that.
saying, yeah, if true, then they definitely tampered with it.
Yeah, it's either not on my the YouTube I watched, or it's a Mandela effect and they've retconned, and that doesn't exist in this timeline. Those are the only two options.
Okay, I'm playing it at 10 times speed.
Okay. What was that, Raquel?
I said I did my homework this weekend. And I don't recall that in the when I watched it on because I had to watch it on YouTube, and I don't recall that scene. I don't recall that.
That was yeah. You and I probably watched the same YouTube video.
Yep.
To study for the show. So yeah, it wasn't in that, but I distinctly remember it. They're just all running around all over the place.
Oh.
So
okay.
Yeah. Which made a lot more sense when Bunny shows up in his gold lame Zorro costume.
Right.
And because then it was like, well, who is the real one?
Yeah, and Bunny just showed up, and it's not on the disc either, so it may be a case of the Mandela effect.
All right, right up there with the last time we talked about movies, when we talked about James Bond and the Jaws scene.
Yes,
with the
with
Jaws' girlfriend.
Jaws' girlfriend. Exactly.
Yeah. I'll make a
CERN,
believer out of the Mandela effect of you yet.
and we got to drop that. CERN strikes again. Damn right
I
there.
was going to say, CERN indeed.
CERN! Nick!
Oh Jesus!
Okay,
Skinner.
so on top of the suave and Latin George Hamilton as Don Diego Vega, and the pale and effeminate Bunny Wigglesworth, we also got to see George Hamilton in drag in this.
Yes. Yes, it was George as Bunny, but in drag.
In drag.
So
Yeah.
there's like an extra layer there.
In the
Which,
scene, yeah, when they're at the ball.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
and friggin' Ron Lehman is just like entranced. He's like, oh my, he is smitten. He is
So
in,
into her.
he's
Him.
in, he's in deep smit.
Yes.
He has the hands of a gorilla.
when his hand is running up her arm. Oh my god.
Okay, so Jeff just sent me a link in Discord. You can get Zorro the Gay Blade and Love at First Bite on DVD from Amazon for $19.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
Well
Good.
done, Jeff.
I yeah, I may grab that link from you later because
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know what? I'll drop the link in the chat in case anybody wants to buy this double feature.
Sweet. And yeah, you should because this is a must-own movie. I
Yeah.
think.
Again, Love at First Bite wasn't bad either. I mean, it's no Once Bitten, but
Oh, jeez.
it's good.
If I could reach through this headset and throttle you for saying that, yeah, I would.
Jeff, thanks for the link.
Oh God, I hate this shit because my last 2 podcasts have been nothing but me laughing and hurting my ribs.
Wait, Love at First Bite? Like Susan St. James Love at First Bite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Got it. Noted.
Yeah, with Artie Johnson who
That movie
made
was
that
hilarious.
movie.
Yeah.
Seriously terrible.
No, Artie Johnson was amazing. Funny son of a bitch. Children of the night, shut up. Oh, jeez.
Took me a minute.
Oh fuck! I forgot Sherman Helmsley was in that too as the Reverend.
Yes, he was.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. That's what everything is boiled down to. Everyone's checking Google. Everyone's checking Google on air. Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah. I just had to because I remember Susan St. James and George Hamilton, and then I was drawing a blank because I remember there was other notables in it. And then when you brought up Artie, I was like, okay, yeah, that's right. Who else was in it? So again, peak 80s comedies.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I said, it's not. It's got that Zucker brothers feel, but it's not as like way out there and zany as like say Airplane and
Right.
the Police Squad movies. You know, because half the time they put stuff in there, it was just I don't know what they were doing in the writers' room. They were all high.
It was all cocaine and in jokes.
So much like today's movies.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, except the difference between then and now is back then they were actually funny.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
As opposed to today.
But they're still high and doing cocaine today.
Yeah,
That
but you know,
crap happened.
less cocaine, more fentanyl now. You know, that was when you could do enough cocaine to kill a horse, and you realize that it was the cocaine that killed you.
Yes. And let's see, what else did they do? They do Adderall today too. Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
probably
Vitamin
Adderall in the
K.
writers' room.
Yeah.
Yeah, ketamine. God knows what else. But yeah,
It explains a lot. It explains why we don't get it. And yeah,
no, don't
Al,
get me.
you said
And yet we do.
Al
Yeah, we
Al
do
is
because.
absolutely right. Yellowbeard.
Right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cheech and Chong, yes?
Cheech and Chong pirate movie.
Thank you.
How do
Yep.
you go wrong?
You do not.
And they played like 5 different roles in it.
Yeah, they did another one too. They did it with they did the Corsican Brothers. They did a comedy
Yes.
remake of that,
Yeah.
and that had Graham Chapman in it and a couple other guys from Monty Python in it as well.
I think that
But
was actually a Graham Chapman film.
yeah, it was Graham Chapman, and whoa, shit,
He was in Yellowbeard too.
yes. And what else was
Hence
I
Peter
remembering?
Boyle.
I watched. Oh,
That would be a no, not watching the SNL anniversary show tonight.
Okay, with regards to a Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary show, I would sooner pleasure myself with a cheese grater.
Yep.
Yeah, I would.
I can relate.
No, and I remember I was booting up my
I would
my
have Elon
computer.
Musk's baby.
Yes,
oh Lord.
but yeah, I would too. But
Well,
I
who
was
doesn't want the money?
Right.
God, I was
Sorry.
I had booted up my computer, and I get the news feeds when I open up my Internet Explorer, and apparently there's already big drama. I think Tom Hanks walked out. So yeah, who fucking cares?
See?
Okay, I know we're talking about Zorro the Gay Blade, but I just got to take a moment because I brought up Yellowbeard on because and here's the cast: Graham Chapman, Peter Boyle, Cheech and Chong, Peter Cook, Marty Feldman, Eric Idle, Madeline Kahn, John Cleese. I'm just going
Oh,
through.
Madeline Kahn.
Yeah.
Oh,
God,
she
I
was
love-
absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
As Empress Nympho in History of the World Part 1, she was absolutely fantastic.
She says everything she did was fucking. She was even
Yeah.
good in that horrible Steve Martin Christmas movie. Did you ever see Mixed Nuts?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay, it had Steve Martin, fucking synchronicity. Tom Hanks's wife, I forgot her name. Hard woman.
Rita.
Yeah, Rita something something. Had Liev Schreiber, Adam Sandler, Robert Klein, who was actually good in that movie, and Madeline Kahn was in it. And she was only in it for a bit, but the part she was in it awesome. So it's like how I watch Avatar. I skip all of the parts of the movie that don't have Stephen Lang in them
Right?
because Stephen
It's
Lang
a
is
great
amazing.
war film.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah. And he's like a recon gyrene in an Avatar body. Give me the goosebump. And I'm like, yes. Oh God, I love that guy. But actually, tell a lie. There was a comedy that I saw in the mid '90s, and you might know it because your sister is a big fan of it. Did you ever see Noises Off
Yeah.
with Michael
Yes, I
Caine?
remember.
Yes, and I actually did a stage production of that,
Oh, cool.
and yeah, I played Freddy, the part
Okay.
that Christopher Reeve plays. But if you people want to see a really fucking funny movie,
Peoples.
yes,
Peoples.
it's if you people want to see a really really funny movie, I can't do a Spanish accent. Now Zorro was French, yeah, okay, but no. But yeah, Alain Delon did it, yeah, but he was dubbed, so yeah, it was horrible. Noises Off is on Prime, so definitely watch that movie because
Yeah.
it's worth your time. And Steven coming in with a zinger. Yeah, let's put it on the big board. The only Avatar I watch must be followed by The Last Airbender. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Absolutely fair.
That is fair and equitable,
Mm-hmm.
as we like to be on occasion. God, I want to skip through this part.
He was a little short on his taxes. He will never be short again. Stretching the dude on the rack.
Oh, Jesus.
Just right. I
See,
mean, again, going back to the Mel Brooks reference, just History of the World Part 1, Torquemada scene. That's a line I would have expected in that.
yes. And the Torquemada scene. Oh, Jackie Mason. Oh my God. Oh my God. Tears. And I was a kid when I saw this, and I was sitting in the theater with my father, and my father's just shaking his head like, "Oh my God, what did I get myself into?" And I'm just laughing my ass off because my dad, God rest him, he didn't get comedy. He was big on John Wayne, big on war movies and stuff like that. But you
Sure.
put a comedy in front of him, he was like, I am out of my depth.
Oh, this is going to be a tough wank.
A challenging wank. Best gif ever. Oh God. What else?
Okay. Favorite scenes, everybody.
Favorite scene.
Raquel, lead off.
Yes. Raquel? The peoples want to know. The peoples? Hello? Oh, she's still in the room. She probably stepped away for a second.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll go to me.
Okay. Yeah. Tossing it to you.
Okay.
It's your show. Fuck it. Do what you want.
Okay. The best part was when Rick shot Major Strasser. No. No. In Zorro the Gate, I think the best part for me was the first time Bunny Wigglesworth, gets the idea of being Zorro in his head, and he does the two sides, the makeup thing. He's like, "Help, help! The alcalde's got all my money." And then he said, "Don't you fear, El Zorro is here." I lose my shit every time I see that part.
That's especially when you've got Tan George Hamilton being Tan George Hamilton, then you've got the pale side on the other side of the face with a British dandy doing a Southern belle.
We were roommates.
It's also
absurd, but
I was gonna say it's also cringe and absurd, but in such a good, lighthearted way. Again, just so over the top.
That's the thing. It's cringe and absurd, but it works.
Yeah,
that's the amazing thing. If you tried this at any other time, I think with any other performers, the odds of them being able to pull it off, I think, would be you'd have better luck trying to convince the sun not to rise.
Right.
It's that level. Oh, yes.
She's back.
I am back.
I got to put that up there. What was he wearing? He was dressed all in plum.
As a plum?
2 fruits, 1 vegetable.
That's the one.
Actually, the avocado is a... Never mind, it's a fruit.
It's a fruit. Right, exactly. It's not a vegetable. It's a fruit. Never mind. That is my favorite scene.
That was your favorite scene?
That's my favorite scene. Yes.
I like how after the second landowner comes running in, then it's just like, yes, what was he wearing?
I say we vote for a new alcalde.
And that was Obispo, the bravest of them all.
They built him tough in Bakersfield.
It's the only place you could be a harbor chick in the desert.
God.
So for me, it's his first. Okay, so when he's wearing the Zorro costume that his father left him to go to a masquerade ball, and then just happens
To
to
go,
run across the tax collector, taking everything the people's had, and thwarting the robbery, and then finding out afterwards, and then it's like, okay, fuck it, I'm Zorro now. Just that whole thing, that the horses riding down obvious car tracks.
Yeah.
These aren't like wagon tracks past the homestead. It's a Jeep trail. I mean, you look at it, you could just see a whole bunch of CJ5s and 7s running up and down that thing all day.
Yeah. With rubber
So
ducks on the dashboard. Yeah.
yeah, I'm watching this like going, you know what? They just spent it all. They didn't spend anything on location except for the casas, but everything else was just like, fucking, this is brilliant. It's just, that's when the movie just even before Bunny Wigglesworth shows up, that's when it's like, this is just an absurd romp, and I'm here for all of it.
That is how they teach my granddaughter to draw it too. It is a Z.
This is Paco. He's mute. Oh, maybe he could teach my wife.
Oh my God. Oh, I think
Yeah, and that's just it too. So many, take my wife, please jokes in there.
I'm surprised Henny Youngman wasn't on the writing staff. He was still alive at the time, so yeah,
I think so.
He could well be.
Right.
But what else was Ron Liebman in?
the scene
because
at the
he-
ball is really good. That's
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
is.
It really is. George Hamilton killed it as Bunny.
Yeah.
He really did.
We can go shopping together.
And of course, it's from Corsica.
Cologne's from Cologne.
Was it the scene where after he was where after met the tax collector, and is that where he does the defeatless? Is
Yes.
that the line?
Defeat
That's
the
that one. Yes. Exactly.
The
Defeatless, right?
defeatless.
Oh my God, dying. Defeatless will be feetless. Sorry.
Will help the helpless and defeat the defeatless.
Defeatless. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I see you.
You just it's
It is just I know we keep hammering that particular nail, but it is just so absurd,
yeah.
and it just it's amazingly funny to watch. It is, and everybody out there, if you haven't seen it, please, by all means, there's a version on YouTube. So all you have to do is just type Zorro the Gay, and then it pops up. It's like the only decent. I think it's a 720p copy. I think.
Let me bring it up. I think so.
It came up right
I'll
away
bring it
for
up.
me.
Yeah, let me hit the. Oh wait, that's the Amazon link. I'm just scrolling through our chat, digging it up.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's a decent copy, and it's something you can watch on a high def TV and not have to worry about it. But it's
I mean it's 4:3, but I mean it's from '81. What do you expect?
Yeah, nobody did widescreen back then except like Cecil B. DeMille.
I watched it. When I watched it through the YouTube app on my TV, and it came across great.
Wait, holy shit! It's not 4:3. It's 16:9.
It came
I
across
just brought it
really
up.
good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. No, I think my version is 4:3. Yeah, hang on. Let me double check. Let me go.
Made for TV.
Let me go to the DVD. Yeah, it's 4:3. I've got bars on the side. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple copies out. No, wait, never mind. There's one copy out there, and the rest are just scenes from it and trailers.
But yeah, definitely watch it. I mean, you can
Red like a rose,
yellow like a banana. But watch it. You know, we're all on X. Find us, tell us. Oh, guys, you were absolutely right, or dude, you're so fucking stupid. Why the hell? It doesn't matter. Just watch it. Tell us what you think about it. I don't care if you like it or not, but just watch it. What do you got to lose?
Yell at us for wasting 90 minutes of your life, or just tell us how it changed your life.
It's entertaining. It's entertaining.
Exactly.
That's the thing. It's just pure entertaining.
Yeah.
It's how films are supposed to be.
There you go.
Yes.
There's
no big message in
With
it.
no message. Thank you.
No, you have to say, quote, the message.
Yeah. There's
There's
no agenda.
Don't watch movies anymore.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Yeah, it's I tell everybody I don't watch anything. I think the only film that I watched recently that was like new, I watched Godzilla Minus Zero or whatever the hell it was called.
Because
yeah, that was it.
Godzilla minus one.
Minus one. I'm sorry,
No,
but like Minus Zero, I watched the black and white version. I think that's the one that's called Minus Zero, but it's absolutely amazing, absolutely fucking amazing. And yeah, it was worth all the awards it got. But I digest.
Jeff with the trivia in the chat, the one of the writers for it was a producer for Kate and Alley, which explains. No, wait, because Susan St. James, never mind. But yes, that was in the other George Hamilton movie that she was in.
That we didn't watch, but we should watch and talk about soon.
We did talk about it during the vampire episode back in Vamptober.
That
briefly.
That must have been on. I think that was on your show or something.
No, it was on yours. It was you,
was
me, and Janelle. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't.
Because we were talking about Lauren Hutton in that and the dance off with her in Once Bitten.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, now I remember. I have a memory like a steel sieve, but
yeah,
I digest. Oh God.
Yeah, that was. But yeah, please do yourself a favor, watch it, even if it's just to torture yourself. However you appreciate comedy.
Absolutely. That's really like I say, either you like it or you won't. But if you do, great. If not, great. Fuck off.
That's also okay.
Either way, you experienced it. You felt something. And that's what's really important.
There you go. Jesus, Lordy. Cool. Oh, goodness.
Deeper than any moment of the movie just then.
Oh my God.
Yes. Shovel deep.
Chi-Chi with the unmasking scene too, when he goes to unmask Obispo. No, I know who you are. Just walk past.
Here I am.
He's not just gonna walk in here and say, "Here I am." Which is funny. I have to laugh whenever Jess shows up in chat because she says that, and I don't think that she knows why I find that funny because of this movie, but still.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, we've been at it for an hour, and my ribs are fucking hurting.
Really?
And yeah, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. And I would like to thank both Ordy and Raquel for joining us this evening. And Ordy, where can we find you, my friend?
Let's see. No Manorama this week. You can find me Wednesday night on Rick and Ordy with Rick right here on X and Calron Radio. Thursday, this is a Culture Shift week, so you can find me Thursday with Brad Swiger right here on X on the Culture Shift, where we turn our skeptical eyes on the entertainment business industry. And then the week after, we should be back with Manorama. You, me, Rick, Jeff, and some random Canadian will be on that show. And then Juxtaposition maybe someday.
Sweet.
And you can find me on X's Ordnance Packard, surprisingly, for 3 months straight.
Still, who
Wow.
knew? That's a record.
For him, yes, it is.
I know.
Raquel, where can we find you?
Y'all know where to find me, right? Miss Rock Jet Ski on X. And
when
yeah,
does your podcast premiere?
it does not. Y'all.
When
Well,
does your podcast premiere?
when I decide what y'all might be interested in.
Hello. You know my show? I don't. Hello. I talk about anything under the sun. Just do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing with a YouTube channel.
That would be
It'll
good
be
for
anything
me.
under the sun.
I have plenty I would love to talk about.
Okay, well, good.
Thank
There
you.
you go.
And thank
Do
you.
it.
Thank you for inviting me, by the way.
Oh, thank you for being here. And
Appreciate
as for
it.
me, you can find me here. Here on X. I had a brain fart. I had a brain fart because my quote coffee cup quote is empty. Yeah, but
Quote.
yeah, that's a sorry state of affairs. You
Coffee
can find
doing the
me.
heavy lifting in that.
Yes, brandy coffee. But yeah, you can find me on X at yes that be Charles, and every Tuesday, well, not this Tuesday, you can find me on Manorama along with Ordy, Ranker Steve, Jeff, some random Canadian guy who's actually pretty cool for being a Canadian, and
Right.
yeah, that's pretty much it. And you can find me here on the Vincent Charles Project every other week. So thank all of you for joining us, and I appreciate every single thing about every single one of you. So take care, and we'll see you soon.